You know, what do we remember? Dad, what Dad was like to it for us. Mom. You know, was the house crowded with my favorite movie?
I have an answer for that one.
Okay, Chris isn't here, so he's up for being slammed as much as we want.
Nice.
Marlis and I said then Larry should go interview him by himself before he sees this.
Oh, funny.
But it's more kind of like now we sit here and ask him questions.
Yeah.
You know, we'll have some of this a little bit, so that your kids can know a little bit more what it was like for us growing up.
Right.
You know,
Can I just answer one of
Maybe
them?
on that text.
Was it crowded?
Like,
Hell yeah.
they were looking for
Sorry, but
help,
yes.
everybody else.
But you got your own room.
You had your own room. You took my room.
After he was born, I had him in there until he got into my
baby,
stuff.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, baby, that's a thing.
But I have to tell you, our teacher bought the house for Mom,
Yeah.
however many years ago, and she still says she can't picture how we all fit in there. I said, we didn't have a TV. Well, no, we had a black and
You're
white.
back.
We didn't have computers.
That's
We didn't
rock pack. Where were you?
So,
Well, then our TV had 4 channels.
and it was black and white.
And I was a remote.
And sometimes the
I
antenna.
have very few memories of
What
our
do you do
lives
with
at
all
home.
of them then?
I remember sitting at the table, eating breakfast, and I remember downstairs there were Lincoln logs, and we would ride around. That's about all that I do remember riding my bike down, back and forth on the sidewalk, and we'd go down to the corner with the lady. There's that lady, Milbreth, yeah. She had a big tree on the corner. That's about as far as I could ride, and then I'd come back.
We go in and have cookies.
Yeah. Yep. Otherwise, I don't remember a whole lot from Wayzata.
Table when we ate, we fought over who got to sit, because you could see the TV.
Oh, yeah.
That was more for breakfast. At night, we didn't have a choice.
I should take that back. I do remember running away and standing at the corner
I was so mad at him.
and then having dinner with Days and being so upset because I couldn't save my gum on my plate. I had to throw the gum away.
And I think you even got 2 desserts. You got a dessert over there and a dessert at our house. I'm just like, no, he ran away. Don't.
Yeah, that was funny.
I think you threatened to do it at our house too, with the 801.
To run away?
Somebody did, maybe it's
Oh, it's
Chris.
Chris. And he hid
Around.
in the back closet down in the basement. Back with the hockey, with the hockey stuff.
And no one looked for him.
Yeah, he finally had to come out.
Well, was that Chris or was that you that fell asleep in the bedroom
did.
closet?
Yeah, I
And
did.
we were all over the neighborhood trying
And
to
the
find
police
him.
came.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I fell asleep in that closet that had the stairs going in. Yeah. I probably
You
got
ready?
beat up by.
Or you already going?
Already going.
You already going? Okay, what else we remember about growing up? That wasn't Wayzata. Well, let's go this way. What was Dad like? What's your dad? Besides quiet.
Man of notes.
And business.
Notes.
I mean, he was always on at
He's-
meetings. We wouldn't play teacher or whatever. We'd play meetings.
The very worst channel changer in the history of channel changers. C-SPAN for 12 seconds. Then the next channel for 12 seconds. Then the next channel for 12 seconds. The worst.
Community access. Watch the city manager.
Yeah. Like, gotta be
Excited.
kidding me.
And
The first
MASH.
time with a remote.
Always
Yeah.
mashed.
Oh, do you remember? Oh, yeah.
When
Well,
he-
we started numbering the net
Right,
hash
all
before, and then I found the book that had them all numbered. But it was more fun doing it. We had more fun doing it. I remember when I got either the concussion or the broken collarbone. We were at the doctor's and we were trying to get him to hustle because MASH was going to be on pretty quick. And we wanted to get home and watch MASH.
Well, I guess I'm going back a little bit farther too. When we were younger, you knew when he was mad. And it wasn't because he was hollering. There wasn't a belt coming out. I don't think he ever touched any of us. But you knew damn well he was mad because he didn't talk to you for
It
days.
was total silent. Or he wrote a note.
That was
You were-
worse.
If I find this
It was
TV
worse
on
when he
again,
wasn't talking
when
to
nobody's
you.
watching
It
it.
was
da, da,
not
da, da.
fun.
Well, there was one time Chris and I got in a fight. I don't,
One time?
maybe
You guys got
maybe
a lot
one
of
of the only 2 fights or something like that. Down at the hockey rink. And he left pretty bloody nose. So I just went and took my skates off. Our kid ready for it, you know. Because he had to go over, there was a neighborhood deal over at Burgers. So not only did he have to come down, but he got called out of there. He walked out of that ice rink and he didn't yell, he didn't scream, but it would have been easier had he done that.
A lot of times. And it was kind of fun too because Mom would threaten to wait till Dad gets home.
Yeah.
And we knew that was going to be.
Do I have to get the wooden spoon?
But she was the one, if you, I don't know, needed to talk to somebody about, something going on. I mean, laying in her bed with her. I don't get it.
Yeah.
Dad was the one who got in trouble or
Yeah.
something. you don't want to
I
call.
used to mess with Mom. I'd say, she'd answer the phone and say, I need to talk to Dad right away. I knew it, Dad! Because she knew that something was wrong. She'd hear a siren going off 15 miles away, and she'd gotta be one of
Gotta
her
be Clayton.
kids.
Boy, you
I'm
called
like,
him up in
just
the middle of
kidding.
the night with
Yeah,
Chris.
Chris and I thought they'd want to hear from us at 3 in the morning. And they didn't.
They weren't too happy.
No.
I miss that fun.
But even you talk about laying in the bed, I used to lay on their bed. Of course, there was no Twins on TV, North Stars on TV, none of it was on TV. We used to sit there and listen, or lay there on their bed to the games. Yeah, mostly the hockey.
The only radio in the
That
house.
was the only one. You'd lay there and I'd fall asleep and then Dad would move me in the bed. Or, most of the times I couldn't stay up till 10. So.
Well, there wasn't much room in that bed
Yeah.
for 3.
And I do remember finally getting my own little black transistor radio for Christmas, and I'd put it under my pillow so I could listen to the games, and they couldn't hear it. So they wouldn't yell at you to turn it off to go to bed.
The kids always said the WCCO was their house alarm.
Burglar.
Yeah, because she just always left that on at about full volume.
You could hear it out the front door.
I think it would be,
Yeah.
Somebody thought you were there.
Well, it was probably so she could hear it,
yeah.
but, somebody else would think it's...
Well, okay,
I will
there-
turn you in.
There you go.
There's no doubt, I believe that.
My 18th birthday. We ate supper. Dad offered me a beer because 18 was the legal age then. And then I didn't have it. Sorry, I didn't care for Fox. There was then. But Curt came and got me. We were going to go play tennis. Well, we took the tennis rackets, but it was raining. Well, it didn't matter anyway. We were going to T. Wright's. Well, walking to T. Wright's, and who's there but Les and Sue bought me a beer for my birthday. Well, I got home and I had to tell Mom and Dad. Yeah, I saw Les and Sue at T. Wright's. You almost called the school. It was baseball season. But I wasn't playing too much anyway, so it didn't matter. I didn't care.
Well, I cared.
It was fun. He wasn't
I believed her when she said that, because she said it more than once.
Dad was more business. He was gone more, but even on a Saturday it was the excuse to go anywhere was to check the park.
Well,
And we had to duck.
I did spend a lot of time driving around with him. I always got to go check parks and programs at swimming and men's basketball and different things.
Right.
Never took a direct way.
No, it was always a different amount.
Christmas morning, we had a contest on the way to Grandma's. What is that? How many cars we gonna pass? And somehow we went around the block until we got to Dad's number.
We did.
Yeah,
Be lying in the
And it took a while.
that was the last one. Yeah. Okay, Jodi, you said before, were we crowded in that little house? It wasn't that little. We grew up in Wayzata and it wasn't any bigger than
We didn't have
porch.
Clayton though.
Yeah, that was.
I shared a bunk with Chris, and we didn't have a closet. You guys wouldn't let me into your room, into the closet to get ready for school.
I remember that.
and then you'd walk without me.
It never really seemed like it, though. I mean,
No.
I don't know, that's just what we grew up with.
We grew up with, so yeah.
I think I had a room with bunk beds in it the entire time I grew up.
Right, yeah.
So it reminds me of Step Brothers. There was a number of times that Chris would kick, he'd be mad and kick me off, and finally it'd come off and I'd jolt down a little bit. So, it was a off and on relationship with Chris sometimes. He came out at me quick.
More off than on.
Chris too, I do remember babysitting one time. Mom and Dad were going east to do damn well. He had a free pass. I was so darn mad at him. I left the house. I went for a walk because I was going to kill him. I was ready to kill him.
Do you remember in Wayzata, I think it was Lori Day, it was either Lori Day or tied him to the table from his, with his rope, bathrobe thing. He was being so bad.
Well, who was it? Was it a wig? Somebody was
It was a boy.
and put us up in the top of the
It
closet.
was a boy. It was a boy.
That was better. Probably didn't cause any problems then.
But we always, many times, I shouldn't say always, we many times had to call up whoever babysat us and apologize.
It wasn't unusual.
I'm surprised they came back.
Yeah, they must have paid good.
They were usually good family friends or relatives.
Yeah.
One thing I take from my dad is before my kids want to buy something, I make them make a chart and read reviews and compare it to other things,
Pros and
decide if they need it. Yeah.
Just hoping they get tired of that and don't want it anymore.
Well, like Jack will want to buy a game and something. I'm like, okay, read the reviews and make sure it's something you want to purchase. And that's your money. You can do what you want, but make sure you buy the right thing the
Don't
first
regret
time.
it, yeah.
Yeah. His dad was full.
Yeah.
Okay, this.
Lawnmower A versus
Lawnmower.
lawnmower B.
Oh, my
Right,
God.
and from what store? and
Mom did
what-
not like that chart.
Yeah, there's the church on the wall.
Watering like I want to.
She didn't like any of the notes probably either, yeah.
Yeah, if you back the car out in the direction it's heading, you will hit the side of the garage.
Clayton is too young to be responsible, but the rest of you should know better.
That's right. Clipped on the cupboard
Yeah,
doors.
flip out the door.
That's why I'm not responsible. Still not responsible.
It doesn't,
It's
it's not
time
big
to mold
crowded. But remember, I hated running out of milk, because Mom would make that powdered milk stuff. Hated that. That wasn't
I'm good.
That's why I don't like
Water's pretty
I
good.
never drank it.
Well, whatever, the 6 gallons that were delivered to the house.
My
When that ran out, either Dad had to stop or she'd make,
And he'd usually forget.
she'd
Or
make
be
something
too
that
late.
wasn't good.
Oh, yeah.
And she and Mary Jane would go shopping and have to go to a couple different stores at least.
It's a day-long event.
Double coupon day.
Yes.
Coupon day.
And something
And then to
10 cents.
keep the money, not
Yeah.
take the money off, but take the
freezer.
cash.
And take the cash.
Out of the freezer.
But she had to have done pretty good because she did done a Betty Crocker deal. Let's fill out a deal about
UPC stuff.
about recipes to feed your family, and okay, how large is your family, what's your income and everything. And they sent back, you don't need recipes.
I
you
have
need
that-
food- you
I
need
have
food
that note.
stamps.
That's how
I have
Here's
that
the
note.
number.
Because I didn't know that.
But we
know,
didn't know.
I remember,
I didn't know.
I
We didn't
remember
starve.
that when I was probably, younger, 10, 12, signups for baseball were taking place or hockey, and I'd just be waiting, but I would never say anything.
Yeah.
But you knew it was happening, and then about 10 minutes left in registration. Did you want to play baseball this year? You have to race over.
So he's waiting for you
Yeah.
too.
Yeah.
He was
Well,
probably waiting to see if he could
In
get
all
it
those
free.
years, played hockey too. Bemidji had the only hockey camp or whatever it is. So I didn't want to ask for the money to go and this and that, but as soon as I get out of school, there's Kelly going to all sorts of hockey camps. What?
But
I'm too afraid to ask.
growing up, I never knew if we were poor. It never was. We always had food. We always had clean clothes. We always had people in the house. So it was good.
That's right.
You were able to even invite the neighbor over for dinner sometimes.
Right.
We always had Jill. Every day. But the thing is too, if you didn't, once the hot dish went around the table, if you hadn't taken any, you didn't get any. It was, take it now or don't grab.
What if you didn't like the food choice for the night? Would she make you a la carte?
Not hardly.
Then you
next
can make
meal
a
is
peanut butter
breakfast.
sandwich or something.
The next meal is breakfast, so you better eat.
Breakfast will be here soon.
And we had our jobs after supper. Clean the
Jody's supposed to
table,
go to
clean
the
the
bathroom.
dishes, and Jody got up to the bathroom, so she didn't have to do anything.
Spoiled. She's a
Oh,
diva.
That is not true.
When we got replaced by a real dishwasher, but
Well-
you had to move it over and hook it off.
But did you, but when she was pregnant with you, they said, guess what we're gonna get? And we said, a dishwasher.
We're excited. Was that a dishwasher?
No, a kid. And it's like, oh, okay. Now we can
I also
teach him how to do
remember
it.
sitting outside on the
Can you do
hill,
dishes too?
sitting outside of the hill, waiting for Dad to bring you home from the hospital.
I remember that too.
Yeah. That was
Well,
So excited.
we drove by after church. I think we drove by, and it was over in Minneapolis somewhere. I can't remember which one. And we got to wave in the window.
Did we? Oh, I don't remember that.
Well, I think
Or somehow they, I don't know, they lined up, so we made, there probably wasn't anybody in the window, but we waved. And then we got to go to that hamburger joint over at 7 High for lunch. One of the few times
Oh.
ever we got a treat like that.
No, that was,
Where the liquor store was, and then
it was in 7 High before Target was there.
Culvert, not
But
I don't remember.
even going, okay, so, the big day was Friday nights. We knew we'd have steak because that was their shopping.
Family
Filet mignon?
It was family steaks.
whatever that is.
potato
We still
and
don't know what
garlic bread.
family steak
We
is,
didn't
but it
go
was
out to
potato.
eat very often. But even when we go to McDonald's, if it was lunch, so that you got a hamburger.
And we
If it
shared.
was-
I don't think I
If it
ever went
was-
to lunch.
If it was dinner, then maybe you got a
Cheese
fry
fry.
with it. But
Or
there was
share
no
fry.
meals, no $7 meal. It was a
And no pop,
burger.
no-
You
nothing
had
to
a
drink.
burger.
Yeah.
Yeah. You don't remember this because by the
No, I
time
do.
we were all
I do.
gone,
Yeah, you got whatever
Oh,
you wanted.
we got
Okay.
Brimful and
I remember-
Shasta. He got Mountain Dew.
remember-
And sugared cereal.
I remember we hadn't been out to eat in 6 months, and we went to McDonald's, and we were a little aggressive or whatever. And Dad's like, "This is why we don't go out to eat." I'm like, "No, you don't go out to eat because you're cheap."
But we had family steak. And he cooked it just right. It's pink. Almost red.
Well, all that kind of goes in the favor of memories too, but how about brother-sister conflicts? Jodi didn't have a conflict because we were so nice to
You
her.
know, the biggest conflict I had with you
Not until you got bigger than me.
was when you.
Oh, wait, we're always bigger than you. What do you mean?
No.
Who used to give you
Oh,
hockey
you're a
tickets? North Star tickets.
Bill
Maybe
Ricky?
once in a while you
Was
got
it,
North Star tickets.
or less, well,
And
we
you'd
got
start, you'd start calling your friends to see who could go, I go, I'd be there, please, say no, say no, say no. Because if nobody got to go and it was game time, then I get to go.
Hi, Cal, let's
That
go.
was, that's, I
Oh, we
remember.
we had those season tickets to the junior stars.
Junior Star, that was a
So,
riot.
yeah,
That
I
was
was a little bit
right.
older. I had it once or twice.
We'd run and get all the hockey pucks because there was only 12 people there. You could get a hockey puck.
I would say you and Chris, being so close in age, did the most fighting. But I got in the most trouble because I would cry because I didn't want you guys to be fighting. Well, you shut up or I'll go see you something to cry about.
The only time I really got mad that I can remember, and I still remember this, is so in one of my hockey games, Dad, we come home, and Dad,
First hockey.
Very
Was that
first one.
first?
Very first
Very
one.
first one.
We're all sitting down.
oh, and I've got a picture of our
This is before Title IX.
our equipment. Oh,
Like 100
we would
years.
die. So we come home and Dad goes, Cal, guess what Jodi got today? I goes, penalty. I said, no, a hat trick. And he says, well, what do you expect? She's only playing against girls.
chauvinist.
I will never
I
forget that.
did go and help you buy your hockey stick though, so.
My hockey stick, well, what about my helmet? That was a piece of
Well,
nothing.
Well, didn't we borrow any of ours?
Did you get your own hockey shelf?
No.
oh, that's right, we each had our own shelf.
Back in the laundry room, at
Yeah.
4 shelves. We all had our shelf. Boy, did that room smell nice.
That
Those
came
sweaty
with
Chinese
burgers.
sports stuff, right?
Shelves, yeah, well,
And
you'd
whatever
go
was-
down there and dress up in the,
I maybe had my shelves. Well, no, I maybe had just a little corner. Magazines, taps, you know. taped
Magazines
up.
for shin guards. That's, girls don't lift the puck. What did you need those for?
Oh, Curt.
But I like the white skates though on it.
Yeah,
Figure
it's,
Jamie,
did
ever
it
have
have
figure
shin
skates?
guards?
I think it was,
Well, why does, my
No, I think it
memory
was-
says it was magazines.
it was
but
magazines.
Why? We had
Because it was women, or girls. We weren't even
magazines.
women.
That's-
I know. It didn't really do much.
But you didn't really have any conflicts with anybody, really, did you?
Well, Chris tried to pee in your closet one night. I can't imagine that was well.
He thought he was going outside.
He was overserved.
Chris and I had a few fights.
Get out of there! I really didn't have
One time he came out with the butcher knife. We were in a van, he grabbed that butcher knife and Phil Hazard and I were in the back and he stepped out of there and just wailed the thing across. You know, that's
Oh,
no
that
big
could have
deal to
been
me.
awful.
I will
Who set
say,
the fire on the carpet?
Chris and I did.
You did.
I did too.
Yeah, Bruce
Oh,
Day
yeah.
was down. Yeah, when
Bruce
Bruce
Day was
Day's down in the basement working.
Yeah, here's the fire chief.
Fire Chief Moisetta. Yeah, that went over real well with
Yeah.
you two
Not
guys.
at all.
We wished Mom was home. She went to bed as bad as Bruce. And I was nervous. That was bad.
That could have been worse too. Okay, any idea how Mom and Dad met?
How they met? In high school.
Okay, just in high school.
Because Dad was been a year older.
Right.
Mom
I
was a
don't know,
cheerleader,
did they
right?
hang out with some of the people? Same friends?
Moisetta is probably much all. Back then, all 20 of them were probably,
I don't know.
I don't know.
or what, and they started dating or anything? I have no.
I know they
They just
broke
showed
up
her
at
that
one
Wilson
point
charm.
and got back together.
You probably drove through probably didn't even drive. Went in the Wyzetta, didn't you work at Wyzetta Bank?
Yeah,
Was it
she
Mom,
was
bank
the bank
teller?
Yep.
Probably.
But that was
Went
older.
there and then smooth talk.
He was old. They were older then when she worked there.
I'm just kidding.
Well, yeah, because that was after.
I don't think of Dad and smooth talking in the same thought.
Not hardly. Oh, okay. How about Dad growing up? What do we remember? Tell stories, I guess. His
There's
paper
all
route.
stories. You know,
Other than his paper route, I don't really remember much.
I don't, and he wasn't a real big talker
No.
until
Wasn't a share.
Till like when I got in college is when he really, we could have some deeper talks, and we never talked
Okay.
about being in
We
war.
talked about, building
Till
the
then.
cabin a lot.
Right.
Oh, yeah,
High
I was
school,
hitchhiking
senior
up to help with the cabin.
Missing
Missing
football
football.
Practice, yeah.
Practice all week long for high school for practice.
Yeah.
Practice, but never made a game because they were up here Friday.
Right. Well, and
Kelly, I
hunting
just talked
too.
about something. Did you know he was asked not to return to St. Cloud?
No, is that why he left St. Cloud and went to the U?
Went to the
Went
went
to
into
the
Marines.
Marines first.
Oh, no, I didn't know that.
Apparently, he didn't want to be a math teacher. Special.
I'm surprised they would tell you.
I didn't know that either.
But then, when he got done with the Marines, he went to the university. Well, they were married, of course.
Yeah.
So he's working full time, going to school full time, raising a family, and he was honors. I didn't know that. He never told us that.
Oh, never.
He was not a breaker.
He never said
Or
much
other than
about it.
Chris, none of us were. But then again, some of us never really had a lot to brag about.
I do remember a couple of Saturdays, we'd always go swimming at Hopkins West Pool.
Okay.
And then come home and we'd have, what was the Saturday show that we'd always watch? And if you saved your pop, didn't have it on Friday night,
one
then you
week.
could have it
Once a week.
on Saturday.
One by the week.
But we'd go and swimming, and then there was a show, I don't know what WWE, it was wrestling.
That was after
AWA.
church.
No,
Wasn't that
that
after
was
church?
before that. It was
Saturday.
All-Star Wrestling. Third gone,
Well,
yeah.
there was something Saturday nights then we'd always
No, that was Sunday
Oh.
morning.
And I always remember Dad would get on the ground, on the floor, and we could comb his hair. And so we'd comb it one way and mess it up. And he'd
Oh,
comb
they
it,
greasy.
you know, yeah, the oil was easy.
You couldn't tickle him, but you could comb
Oh,
his hair.
God. If you just mentioned tickling, he would get squeamish. Yeah. Yeah.
Teasy.
You know, in the military, and Larry, he didn't talk about it. He took the Marine Corps birthday off every fall, so obviously important to him, or he just wanted a day off. Whatever. Until a few years ago, remember when we were kids, we'd be at the old cabin and to waste time at night until we go to bed so they could have their party. We'd have different contests, and one of them would be riding backwards.
Yeah.
And he would kick ass every time, right? Well, when he's in service,
They had
you
to.
go in the tents with the big shots, and you have the big black plexiglass glass, and he's in the backside, right, and they're next to him, where the enemy wasn't backwards. Cheater.
And he could tie a good
A lot
rope
of
too.
practice.
Good girl.
Good knot.
Yeah.
Oh, from the yeah. Anybody in the service, everybody can do that.
Yeah.
I can't. I serve
No, in
it
the
once a year.
No, that's one thing I wish I would have known more about is what
What it was
do you
like.
do? And
You know, and being in the service though must have had, I don't know, been awful, 'cause
He wasn't in
he
the
never pushed anybody to, you know,
to follow that
and
path.
I think when there was time when it dropped, he's like, oh, go Hannah. It would have been you.
It would have been me, but, yeah, the draft ended 9 months before I decided.
I remember when I turned 18, Mom went up with go register. You had to register, right?
I didn't even have to register back
Oh.
then. Then
Yeah, we
they
haven't registered.
reinstated the registration, but not the draft.
Yeah.
So,
And
Ew,
I
that
don't
gives
know
me
why,
realize.
but yeah, I'm sure she was worried about it too.
I have his dog tags under my pillow.
Yeah. Oh, and Chris has his wedding ring.
that was something like, a little story. Chris kind of being the rambunctious one of the bunch, a little bit. He didn't have a pair of eyeglasses that weren't broken in 2 days. He got them till he was in college, probably. He and Dad didn't always see eye to eye on a lot of things. But when Dad was sick, it's kind of like they kind of made up,
Yeah.
which was pretty cool.
Oh, Dad was always asking
I
Chris.
asked him where he was, and
Yeah.
talking about him, and I'm not sure he remembered who he was, but he did. So it was really cool, and I guess we thought a lot about that.
Yeah, I think that must
So
have
and then Dad passed away. First thing I suggested to Mom was to give give Chris Dad's wedding ring. And then he used it, which is what I was hoping for. So when he and Joan got married, and he still wears it every day. No, Jodi's gonna cry. What you
I'm good. I remember when my dad was sick, he goes, "Let's go!" And I said, "Where are we going?" "Gotta check the parks." And I said, "Oh, I think we're good." "Oh,
Chris has that.
Chris probably checked the red park for me.
He's got the
so
four-wheeler
good
out.
at that. He's really good at checking the parks." I'm like, "Yeah, I'm sure Chris has got your parks checked." We're good.
One of my visits is, "Can you get me that red folder?" I said, "Okay, what do you need the red folder for?" "Gotta get that red folder to the city manager." It's gotta go to the city manager. So that's Chris got it there already. He brought it there yesterday. Chris was his man. So.
Yeah,
Yeah, Chris did it.
can't depend on Chris. Can't
He,
depend on him.
there was one time when you talked about them not seeing eye to eye, and I don't know, Chris was, maybe in high school, and I can't remember how old he was. Dad was gone, and Chris talked me into piercing his ear. Oh my God, Dad was so mad.
At Claire's or?
In the kitchen.
Oh, okay.
Because Robert had pierced
Didn't you
ours, so I think I used a needle and a potato. Just like
Ice?
Did
no,
you
ice it?
yes, that's what. Well, iced it first.
Iced, yeah.
But that's how.
I don't remember him having.
The only way Dad allowed me to get my ears pierced was if Mom did it. So I went first because I thought if she bats out. But that's how he did it.
I don't remember him having a.
He did yours.
Oh, it wasn't in there very long.
I-
Dad came home and he made sure it was out.
That's why I didn't. It grew shut before I came home from college again, or if I was married.
I don't know.
The time I
I
saw
can't
him
remember
again.
how old he was, and I don't know how he talked me into it, but I did it.
The one thing I always liked about my dad was he was always made sure we were respectful to his wife. And if you weren't, you heard about it. So I tried to make sure my kids aren't disrespectful to their mother either. I think it's really good.
There are a lot of things Dad that has carried over, and we may or may not think about it or notice it. But I don't know how many times I've been told, "You're just like your dad."
Yeah, and I have
I
to
usually take it
say,
as a compliment.
he was a great dad. He was a great dad, but I think he was a better grandpa. Sorry,
He was.
he would call up. It's been 11
First
days.
the bunny, now this.
Gotta go. You guys gotta go. I need the kids. I need a kid fix. And he was so good to you guys. Sporting events.
Hardly ever missed a high school game.
Yep, sporting events. Yep, everything.
No, I knew right where he was, and if he wasn't sitting there in that spot, he wasn't there.
He always had his little seat thing.
But even the kids' games, he'd show up with that freaking straw hat, his glasses, and, watch the little kids, Caitlin, Matt, soccer.
keep his-
Is this
Danny
before
Pop, yeah.
straw
And he
hats
does
were
not,
cool?
never cared if we won or lost.
Oh, no.
As long as we were respectful, didn't throw our helmets.
Well, if he
didn't
did,
swear.
oh.
my
Or say anything
goodness.
to the coach.
He
So
left
you
one
better-
of my Little League games and came back later to pick me up because the parents were screaming and stuff so bad he
Was that right?
couldn't take it and left. One of the things I think when I'm doing is like snow blowing. I'll snow blow the
Yeah.
entire neighborhood. And I just go, that's for your dad. Because I remember we would do that whenever it got bad and, Curt,
Today,
Dad
we
would
did
either
Jimmy
get to
Brothers.
snow blow, and you, Chris and I got to
I think Patrick had
shovel
that
the
one.
little lines. Well, we always offered to go tell Dad, should we go tell him we're done? Or should we go tell him we're done?
Nope.
Remember that? Oh God, we always thought we should go tell him we're done. He said, no, we don't need to, we can just go on to the next one. And the other one, and Kayla told on Danny when he didn't do it, but, when you drop somebody
She's a
off,
snitch.
I learned this from Dad, you would wait until they
Till
got
get in.
into the house.
Yes.
You
I
don't
still do that
pull
with
away.
I do
my
too.
mother-in-law.
I do
Yeah.
that
I
too.
do that too.
Danny pulled away once, dropping Kayla and me off, and she called Beth real quick and jumped all over him. That's another thing with
Yes,
Dad.
right.
And always when we left waving, he'd be in the driveway waving, and by the time you back out, he'd be up in that front picture window, but he'd always be waving.
Oh, yeah.
Or he showed, you talk about Grandpa. Every time we showed up at the house, he would take Danny or Kayla, whatever, and to go talk and tell who all those pictures were of
Oh,
in
yeah.
the hallway,
Yep.
like it was their first time ever being there.
Yeah, our high school.
Yeah.
But didn't he
Yeah.
call the nickname Whitey for the
That was
No, but we got chewed out for calling him that.
Yeah.
He
But
was,
the,
that's it.
the thing about him being meticulous, he had our yard dissected into four equal parts for our age, so
Yeah.
mine was smaller, but there was a direction. He'd have arrows of which, here's your quadrant, and this week you're gonna go diagonally, and then back, and then this way,
And Chris,
and then Chris is gonna go this way, and Chris never mowed the lawn.
we leave the mower out
Yeah.
there.
How do you think Dad liked it when the mower was in the backyard for 3 days?
And it wasn't, it
Or
wasn't,
those, what is it, willow, what are those trees?
Yeah.
Poplar.
All over those suckers.
It was big one day, gone the next.
Yeah. Hey, there's 4 little trees growing up.
Oh,
Not anymore. They're in the way.
We did trim
The
around.
way. Oh, God.
And you had to wear your baseball
And the
shoes.
trimmer wasn't the,
Yes.
no, it was a hand one. That's when, that was my job around the edges.
Oh, that was one-
Chris would get a better offer than,
Pull the
two
thread.
lanes in to mow in his part, he'd be off in the mower.
And guess who usually got to finish it?
Well, didn't he offer you
yeah,
money?
he used to pay me to do it.
No, not me.
But you're old.
I just-
He was always
I got
losing stuff, and
told
then
to
he,
go
and
do
he
it.
would pay somebody, whoever finds it.
Yeah,
gets-
I used to do his mowing, my mowing, making beds. We had to make beds every single day. And he'd give me a quarter to make his bed.
So that was with
funniest story.
hospital corners. There's nothing
Oh,
just
right,
picking the
right.
shit in.
Yeah.
You have the fancy corners, those.
Who mowed the, in Benton Avenue?
Did I?
I don't know, was he,
Oh, Ben, oh, yeah.
We would-
Yeah,
were you old
I did
enough?
too.
yeah, I was.
Grandma's?
I was really
Yeah.
excited because the first time I got to do it, because she had a lawnmower where I could push. The one at home was too late, or too heavy. He wouldn't let me, but I do remember, we'd go over for a visit,
Yeah,
and part of it was cutting the grass.
yeah.
You know, and if
Or
it was twice a week,
shoveling,
2 times a week,
remember
or
that
shoveling
one little
sidewalks.
shovel?
we,
Just the
we did a lot of shoveling.
Yeah.
Last
Uh,
5 years, when you guys were all in college, he would throw his mower in the back of the car or in the trailer, and we'd go over. He'd watch me mow, and then on the way back, he'd stop and get the 39-cent ice cream cone for me. I was like, "This is great." And we had to pick up all those acorns. Remember
Oh,
she had 1 million acorns, and we couldn't leave one in there, like it was going to start a forest fire or something.
But getting back to Dad and taking care of your mother, treating your mother, in our case, grandma, whatever. Kelly was in high school before he realized that not all of his friends mowed grandma's yard. You know, everybody did that. I don't know. Ask Matt. No.
The thing I remember about Grandma is going over there over church, and I thought she would have the gourmet cookies.
She always said she did.
They were like,
I just
They were
ripped these
store
up.
bought, but in the cookies
Yeah,
jar.
whip them up,
And
cookie jar.
and Kool-Aid.
they were like chocolate and vanilla with the cream in the middle.
Yeah.
And then the
Or
cookie
fig
jar.
newt.
Sometimes Fig Newts.
And then she had the old-fashioned donuts that you buy that are like in a pack like this for 99 cents. And she'd have them in her bread warmer. I'm like, oh my God, she has the best cookie.
Well, that was after I went to college.
Yeah, she had those in the bread.
She was. She
You got
made,
the best stuff.
she made the best macaroni and cheese
Did.
and the Jell-O with the bananas.
Yep, never had a Thanksgiving or Christmas without Jell-O with bananas. Red Jell-O,
Red and green pancakes.
red and green
So
pancakes. Christmas, you know, that,
Just
one of the
remember
years
Grandma
that,
up at the cabin finishing a beer and
Oh,
rolling it across the floor.
Then she had another
That
one.
meant she was ready for another one.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. Fire that thing across the
she
floor.
did it at my graduation parties.
I could see that.
Chico, you get in trouble for doing that in Vegas.
Where's Gene?
Time for another one.
Okay.
Thank
you. So
Grandma
I
was-
had the pleasure
You're done.
of
You're done.
doing my student teaching at Scenic Heights where we all went to school, where I got to hear stories every day at lunch of
The Wilson
peanut
kids.
butter at Christmas time, peanut brittle,
Okay, oh yeah.
brittle,
Peanut
my
brittle.
mom coming up with peanut brittle. A number of stories about Chris, you know, being asked to, where his homework was, where's your math work? I forgot it. The impression for the teacher would be, you know, it's in my locker, it's in my desk. No, go get it. So you walk home, because he forgot it, but he forgot it at home, and Mom, well, of course, luckily he was there. He walks in, why are you here? So They told me to come get my math assignment, so she'd have to drive them back up there.
I'm sure they could hardly wait till the Wilsons were gone.
Or Grace Hazard, they're on conference night. And when you're at conference night, you gotta take a look at the lost and found and see what your kids left there. Boy, John, this book, it's got Chris Wilson's name in it. He knows that. That's where he keeps it.
Everybody knows where it is.
But yeah, every day for 3 months, I got to hear stories of our family or our parents. Yeah.
On street living in Young America.
Yeah.
Wherever he's gone. He's moved out now, but when he is back in town, I see him. He always asks me, it's the first thing he says, I really miss your mother. Second thing is, how's Chris?
Is he successful?
He saw him more than anybody else.
Right.
The whole school, not only our
Somebody, I don't know if it was a psychologist or social, somebody at the school told mom they should take him in for therapy. So she took him in, and the guy talked to him or whatever, and the message I heard back was he's as normal as anybody. He's just fine. But he just didn't like to be told what to do.
He still does it.
That's a wrap. Thank you, Uncle
I
Larry.
guess we're done.